Hello, welcome back. Last time I got what was surely the most ridiculous star in the game. I'm at 116, so there are only 4 left. So not a whole lot. I may be just about done with this. Or maybe there's something after 120 stars. I have no way of knowing. Alright, so I can go everywhere else. I think that island is totally done. First thing I want to do is go to Raging Volcano and get the last star there and also see the god again. Where's Raging Volcano? That must be it to the south. I did not mean to do that. That put me not close. Yeah, I just want to see if anything happens for 12 rubies. Since something happened for 6, and 12 is 2 6s. Like, there's a whole bunch more of those gems for some reason. Must be a reason, probably. The little heat meter stays on the tile where it was last seen. It doesn't keep following me when it's depleted. Alright, yeah, so I have a cape here which should let me get the one and only final thing. That's the one, the shadow star there. Okay, and there was one other marking? The turtle. Okay. Turtle, god, shadow star. Okay. Does my cape let me jump that? It does not. Okay, I might actually do things here. I might not. All the shortcuts are opened. Alright, so Shadow Star was in... right, I gotta vault over that hole, and to do that I need to fill some lava first. And to do that... I feel like I want to start from this side, maybe? That'd be my guess. So, pushing this down is entirely good for me as far as I can tell. Unless I really want that elemental to shoot south, and I don't think I have a reason to. To have a... So a bunch of stuff has to go south into this lava. 4 things in particular. I don't have anything over here to shove into any of this lava. Is there a reasonable way to do... You will not be able to shoot this way, and putting you there probably won't do anything. Of course not. You just take a pleasant bath. Okay. So that's the first thing I've done. I guess let's just imagine that I can get away with losing this. Why would I want to ring that? That's unnecessary. Let's not imagine such a thing because it doesn't make any sense. So this has definitely lost me everything. I know I cannot get away with doing that action. But I'm only off by 1. Okay. So if that's off by 1, how to improve? Okay, if I rang the bell now, which I can do... Okay, right, so just clear the way, then ring the bell. Yeah. Should be good. Okay, so make a bridge, and use it for something good, which should be perfectly possible, like this. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. Sure. Okay, and the thing I couldn't do before, jump! There we go, star. Alright, 3 to go. Let's go check in with that big fire guy with the beard. Which I get to from, I guess, this way. Right, and actually getting to his screen is a little bit of a pain. I can maybe go around for less pain. I will take less pain. Here we go. Do you want another gift of 6 more rubies? Nah, you don't care. You're just taking me to the ending. Alright, well that's nice. Maybe if I have 12 of everything, like 1 more diamond, and then something can happen. I suppose I can just exit island. Alright, so that place is done. Blue sparkle should go away. So I think the main place I have not touched is Sea Nunatak. But I don't want to go to another icy place today. I would rather go to a serpenty place. The Island of Evil, because there's an unresolved thing there that I've been waiting for a while. Light sparkles and dark sparkles. Okay, so big complicated puzzle is down here. Thanks. Sure, you can just do whatever. Need 1 more bloodstone to be able to interact with this, and I will get it in that room that I'm heading toward. I think this is the side I want, actually. Nope. Right, that's walkable. It kind of looks like something that wouldn't be at a glance. This room, okay. So, cape might not be required, but the tornadoes probably will be. Okay. How to go south is not immediately clear to me. But I might be able to work it out. Alright, so there's the star behind that cage. I see why those are now. What do I desire? Well, I'd like to ring that bell. And that's all it actually takes to get what I'm after. I guess I already took what was here. No, okay, there's a secondary goal here. I found a bloodstone. A clone needs to go in there, which means it needs to get blown. What the? Okay, you just decided to move 2 instead of 1. That will burn you up, but also destroy the fire. I'm probably going to have to do that at some point. Maybe not yet, though. Okay, down here, there are shadow boxes. Right, a clone has to go in there to touch the other wind elemental? Probably? So now hold on, but I can do this. Okay, that's nice. Alright, so let's work with the naughty boys. One of them died. That's probably not okay, but let's pretend it is. So your traversal geometry is just different because there is that tornado there now. Oh, and now I'm controlling it. Okay, great. Not what I wanted, though. Let's do this. So a second dude totally needed to be in there, though. So both of them need to live. Let's say we did things this way. Right, I've gotten past. You pushed you, that's totally fine. Okay. So how much of this can be done one at a time style? Probably about up to here. I don't remember all the details of what goes on in this room. It's been a while. I need one to just land there and stay for a time. Yeah, okay, so now is the point when I need the second guy along for the ride. Doing this could help me, yes. That's all good. That's less so, don't go quite that far. Oh, where did I go? Okay. So I'm going 2 left, and then this way, and then you die. Okay. So I'm gonna need to go more like that. You will just hang out around here. Maybe here. No. I'd like to resynchronize. Do I have such a luxury? Maybe? Kinda? Okay, close enough. Is it? No. But if I did this, it might be, but now I'm in the wrong place. Well, that's no good. Can't do that. No. Okay, if I do this, and then... this undo system is not built for this kind of puzzle. Okay, that's what I wanted. I have the leverage to do this. Move you over there. Move you up. Here we go. Okay, so then... that's going to be a problem. Ah, okay, I needed to approach differently. Got it? Alright, these two need to stay a lot closer to each other. Okay. Avoiding all the spike hazards. Sure, you can bully that thing if you insist. I'd kind of rather you didn't, though. That's moved you in the wrong direction, but I can correct for it. Probably. Oh, maybe. Like that. That'll help. Ugh. Alright, that's looking pretty good. You first. Then you friend. Okay. I want the bottom one. Okay, this is pretty close to the formation I want. This is probably closer? Okay. Yes? Okay, I need different alignment for that. Let's go a little farther over this way first. Maybe... okay, that's fine. There's a box here that I can kind of just ignore for the most part. I'm probably going to use it for... no, its use has already been served. Okay. No, I want that alignment, but with a little more leverage. So like this. Here we go. Now I need to move south, south, south. And you've filled a hole a little bit. And that hole was the primary thing you needed to do there, wasn't it? Alright, here's a bunch of north leverage. I'll bring... oh, that would kill you. Okay. Here's some more. Okay, and one of you is going to die in the fire. Alright, so your job is to give me command over that thing. You've done great. Does this now... oh, it probably just blows you across... ah, not quite so straightforward. If I do this... okay, that's the direction I want on that. Alright, I think you're gonna die now. I'll summon a new one and blow it... where I want... okay, let's see here. Well, I can't face north until that thing is gone. Well, I can face south and use a clone to do that, which I suppose is going to be my plan. Problem is, I need this out of the way first. And how would that happen? Ah, Okay. So I did something a little bit wrong there. You want to explain your thoughts? No. All of these are over here now. Yeah, so that currently westmost air elemental. Oh, there's a way it could move. All I need is one friend. There's an easy way to get one friend, just like that. Okay, and now it's just... it's too much weather around me. Okay, I can just kind of brute force you over that way and get this thing out of there and put me over here. Keep on doing those things. Now you're gonna die though. Okay, so that's no good. But I would hit the spikes if I did that. Okay, let's go trade places then. Okay, how are you gonna do that? How about with some southern wind? Or like this. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that tornado is now free to not be in that spot where it's kind of hard to do anything. I want it to park... Oh, well, don't do that. Alright, well, for now, you'll park there. I'm not in the right place. Neither are you. No one is. Alright, whatever. You just stay like that. If I shuffle things around sufficiently, eventually you will be able to do this. Okay. You're facing south. I'm going to send a shadow in there. The way I will do that should be simple, I think. Okay. You'll just keep on getting blown that way. So I'll keep you in order. Okay, and then I just want to do that. Who wins this pushing match? I do. Here we go. Alright, you probably didn't really consent to that, but too bad. It happened to you anyway. Alright, so another tornado is here again, but that's okay. It can stay there for a minute. Okay, none of this is going the way I want it to. Over here. Do that. Do it again. Do it again. Now, you, teleport me. Thank you. I have a bloodstone now. Now I have to undo, but that's okay. I keep the prize. So now... you can get... you can simply get out of the way... oh, that's not what I want. If I blow you away there, then it gets the tornado stuck. Not what I want. Okay, I just want to eliminate the clone. Face this north. Sort of. Oh. That didn't work. Okay, instead of facing that north, let's put it here. Okay, that's nice, but it's not what I need. With a friend, this should be possible. I'm not the one I want that done to. I want to do it to a friend. Okay. It's nice that there's that spike there to dispose of the extra if I want to dispose of the extra. Right here. Synchronize better. Let's do some, right. This isn't gonna work. And we're on the wrong side again. So I need you to be the one on top. That's almost workable here, but not quite. Right, so if we touch each other, that happens. Of course, okay. So... let's get around each other this way, maybe? That's not gonna work. What is it that I'm trying to do? Well, for one thing, I guess I want you to press that switch at the same time as me. Okay, sounds nice. How are you gonna do it? Is this getting any closer? Not really. No. Maybe I need a second one. I want the tornado to pick him up and send him toward that bell so he can ring it. That's my goal. Tornado's got to be able to blow. It's not in a good place right now, so mostly I'm just trying to reposition this thing. Okay, so the precondition would be shadow clone here, me here. Step this way, then what I want happens. Okay. So thinking with those steps in mind, it might be that having two at once could help me, but right now I'd rather work with just this. Okay, so box you out of the way. That might be a bad place. You know what? I got a better spot for you. How about here? Okay. So with you all the way in there, how would I expect to get me closer than that? I would kind of need an elemental's help, wouldn't I? Well, that'd be one way. You suppose there's another? Maybe. I might be close to it here. Let's see. Not from there, but if... Okay, how would he approach? I don't think he would. No, I think this isn't gonna... Whoa, that's not what I want! I have a lot of setup here I would prefer not to lose. Okay, you know what? Let's just dispose of this thing. Eventually, somehow. How about two at once? Maybe they can both go on the switch, since they both move with the same, like, chirality. That might turn out to be a bit easier. In fact, substantially? Okay, so we need a desync like the other way around. I need some leverage of my own. That's still the wrong way around. I need a gap of 2... Okay, here we go. Oh, well, now you killed your brother. Why would you do that? So I need the opposite kind of leverage as I have. Okay, so I think they need to walk in a formation that's more like... Okay, I can't do this right now, can I? Alright, you know what, let's start this over. Sure. This is the correct formation. Get back in it. Be like this. But not with me there. I need to be in a different spot. Okay. Can you resync after this? Should be able to. Should be able to, I assert. Here we go, getting closer. Getting closer. Let's do that one farther north. Or not. Okay, here. But that's wrong. Okay, I need that, but with me farther north. And how would that be achieved? I don't know. I could start like this. Okay, that's possibly close to healthy. Not really. Nothing is the right shape in there to correct things after this point. Maybe I could do this? Okay. Yeah, but that didn't work. Close. Not quite there. Interesting. Okay. So what I want looks similar to this, but is not that. I've had this before. Hang on. Here I can make some horizontal moves. Okay, but wrong column. Okay, so that means what I need is this desync somewhere around here, but I can't do it exactly here because there are spikes. So I need to be able to step west, then a bunch of easts, then push south. I'm not in the right place, and it's kind of unlikely that I would be. This is just like really not configured to work, huh? Specifically made not to function. Like that, but with me more north. Like this. Okay, I can go that far. That's pretty close. One less. Like this. That is pretty close. That's very close. That's a problem. I see. Okay, so my entire plan was flawed from the beginning. Great. Well, all right. Want to try another way? No, I want to make this work. If I still had one of those shadow boxes, I could put it... Yes, shut up, I'm trying to point at something. Here. But I don't. Yeah, any move that I make, unless this particular space is blocked, will kill that elemental. Okay, so that plan was flawed from the beginning. Well, if I rewind, maybe I have a chance to set this up differently from the start. This is going to be a long rewind. Oh, doesn't this game run out of rewinds at some point? That's what I remember. Has like an extremely limited undo system. Maybe not. No acceleration, just gotta wait for this. At least now it's giving me one turn undo. Sometimes. A box is back. I can't move a box to that location. Not with the elemental where it is. Here we go. Alright. That is where you go, but once one was in that one spot, it was doomed to stay. Can I just configure these to blow that thing around from where it is? No. Not really. Was there ever not an elemental in the spot where I don't want there one to be? Right here? Yes. Right now there was not. That fire still exists though. And it needs to not. So for that to be true, and that does kind of mean I need to put an elemental in that spot. So it has to go here to extinguish the fire. Okay, so if I'm stuck with that... There was a time once when it somehow moved. I guess, okay, here we go. Here's what I can do. Don't put this one in there so early. Leave it there as a means of leverage. Okay, so now do I know how I did this? Not really. It involved the ladder up there, I remember. Alright, you two. Can you behave yourselves for once in your life? No? I guess not. That's not really what I wanted. I can't resummon until all of those are dead. Alright. How about if we summon like this? That's not especially better. Okay. Nope. Too many hazards for you. Just way too many. That's one. Here we go, here we go. Okay, this is roughly close to what I want. So I walk up to here, bring them over, push, push. I'm too close to the water. Hee hee hee. Okay, so I need that, but with me not as close to the water. Here we go, that does that. Okay. With this configuration, both of the elementals get away from the pressure plates. Now you can just go away. Somehow or another. However you wish. Find some spikes or something. Okay. Now I can reconfigure this as I desire. Oh, are you sure about that? Wait, that thing's facing the wrong way. Without pushing it north, I think I skipped a step. Great. Wait, no. How did I end up with that facing north? I used it on the fire, but at some point the westmost elemental needs to face north. Oh, well it can just do that if if another dude gets blown in. Okay, so I'll just have to do this process twice. Okay. I can do this process twice if I have to. Alright, so what's the procedure? I don't know, nobody knows. There kinda isn't one. Just shove them together however they can. I don't like that box. Just Get rid of that box. I guess it could serve as useful leverage somehow, but it's too complicated for that. Just... you go over here for now. And you know what? You too. Alright. That desync. Send them down. Send them down. Get me over here. This desync. This desync. I go here. I do this, and then everything works. Okay, just repeat those steps every time you need to do this. So, 2 winds getting controlled at once. That's fun. Alright, so they're both away. You can still be the one to do this if you desire. Oops. Okay, you reorient this to face north. Sort of. Do that first. Do this now. Do this. Okay. Now, I get to repeat the process. This isn't cumbersome at all. What are you talking about? Why does this always seem like it's working differently than the last time I did it? I don't know. That's almost close enough. There. So get to this state, walk here, do this. There we go. Okay. As long as I have a repeatable way to do it, everything is fine. Actually... oh, that's strange. I can input... Okay, it's fine. That's where you go, and then I have a free tornado for your usage. Okay. Here, you can do the honors. There we... oh. I guess my plan had a flaw this whole time. Great. Alright. In that case, here, just go jump in a lake. We're gonna have to do it this way. And how's that gonna work? It's not. Well, your brother's gonna have to push you is the story, I guess. Nope. That's the one place you can't go. Here is fine. Alright, you're gonna have to get pushed. Yes, very funny. I know. Why is this different every time? There's no reason for it to be. But that's just how it works out. Okay, right, that's the dance I do. Go here. Nope. Go here. Do this. Do that. What I actually need is a different setup than this time. I need a little more room. And how will I get it? Like that? No. See, yeah, that's what I need. But different. Maybe not that different, actually. This will not work. Alright, maybe... No. Still no. Still no. If I can move a little bit in that direction. Okay, one of them is in the right place. Here we go, this is pretty good. All the way over, all the way over. Down, over, okay. So you're gonna have to desync. How will you do that? I've not heard an answer from you yet. That's not an answer. Okay, that's an answer. Nearly. Not quite, though. Not quite, though. So I need this with me able to move south and then east. Ironically, if I had preserved one of the shadow boxes, that would have been possible. Technically, there's still a way to do that. Is that going to be the simplest way to go about this? Probably. Right. So we'll need to get a little bit closer to each other over on this end. I need to be able to make that corporeal while you're down there. Oh, that's impossible. Okay, no. We're gonna have to do it without that. That's not impossible. No, no, no. There's a way. Okay. So now what I need is you a little bit more. Okay. This. 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 Now me souther. Okay, and how would you do that? I don't know, I would have some trouble. Like, I don't want this, I want the other one active. Locking a clone there. Oh, I killed the shadow box by doing that. That's not what I want. Needed to become corporeal at a different time. See, I'm getting the wrong kind of leverage here. I need you to push against something to your north. Like this, okay. With us this close. Those two south steps are not going to happen. That will kill the shadow box. If I would insert you into this space, would it help me? Not as much as I might hope. It's not the other way around. Maybe I need two. I could have two for this operation. Why is my dependency chain just getting excessively longer and longer and longer and longer? This puzzle is showing a very stubborn refusal to just yield to a sensible solution. Okay. With two of those, they should be able to push each other around. This. No, that's not it. There's a way that this resolves. Like this? Yes, okay. Alright, so these two are around. I'm going to apply the same type of leverage to both. That'd be nice. Nearly. But you're the wrong way around. Go south. Go south. Go south. Both of you. The problem is just that one spot. Just that's the only leverage spot that actually works here. That's reasonably similar to what I want, but not actually there. Hee hee hee. It's so funny. Every single time. Okay, I mean, there's no way to tell whether this task is actually possible or not. It might not be. It'd be nice if it was. I can't kill the shadow box. I suppose I could start over and have the one in the more convenient spot. Like, all of this is triage, just trying to get back a thing that I've lost earlier. But the air elemental setup took like an hour, so I don't really wish to lose that progress. I don't know, I think you're just not going to cooperate with me this way, though. Do I have an alternative? Not a particularly good one. Okay, well, I'm gonna dump you in the ocean. Dump you in the spikes. So from here, I need one clone here, one clone here, the one pushes the other one into the tornado. That's what's necessary to get the star. I already got the bloodstone. Okay. Right, I do that bit of leverage, get here, do that bit of leverage. So why is that hard? Because of the space I have to walk around in, it's not very good. It's very, very tight and cramped. And differently tight and cramped on each side, and I need both sides at once. Alright, you are just being the worst thing right now. It seems like I've put myself in a situation that the two of us cannot escape together. Yeah. Unless... maybe if you get pushed... Here we go. Still not working. Okay, there we go. So... is this close to something? This looks actually kind of good. This will kill one. That part's less good. Can't kill. It's not allowed. Okay, we have a desync. We have a bunch of leverage, but I'm not in the right place to take advantage of it. Now I could be. Okay. Okay, I kind of like where I am now. Kind of. That's a kill, don't want. Either way, roughly the same result. No, that's no good. Okay, you're in a good place, but the other one is nowhere near where it needs to be. That's a kill. Not permitted. Not permitted. Okay, so I see the offset that needs to change. It's the horizontal one. However, I obtained that as soon as I came in here. Okay, well maybe I could do this then. That might be healthy. Okay, I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like that a lot. In fact, I kind of like that really a lot because it got me what I needed. Here we go. Ding! Finally! Alright, got the star. Yeah, don't care. I do care about that part, though. Okay, got the star. No, that was far less ridiculous than the one in Frozen Spire. Still don't know how I would get down here, but I have a bloodstone now, and maybe... well, yeah, the interior of one. And just maybe, that will lead to something exciting. So next time we're going to go back down to wherever that place is, and see what it does.